It has been an incredibly challenging period for the Platt family since Sarah Platt was jailed, and although Bethany is doing her best to keep everything under control, she is also determined to make sure Harry receives the support he needs during such a turbulent time. As next week's episodes begin, Sarah's situation behind bars takes another worrying turn. While trying to adjust to prison life, Sarah attracts the attention of a threatening-looking inmate who gives her an intimidating stare. The encounter leaves Sarah visibly shaken, but things are about to become even more frightening. When Bethany goes to visit Sarah, she is horrified to see that her mom has suffered a nasty injury to her face. Sarah attempts to brush off the bruising, claiming that everything is okay, even though it is obvious she has been through a disturbing ordeal inside the prison. Fortunately, Sarah has not been forced to deal with her new surroundings entirely on her own. She has developed an unexpected friendship with another prisoner named Kacey, who has quickly become a trusted ally for Sarah. During a heart-to-heart conversation, Sarah confides in Kacey about how deeply concerned she is for Harry. She also expresses her gratitude that her former partner, Kit Green, has stepped up to help care for him while she remains behind bars. However, their conversation takes a surprising twist when Kacey reveals that everyone in the prison already seems to know that Sarah's ex is a police officer. Sarah is left shocked by the information and begins questioning how details about her private life could have traveled so rapidly throughout the prison. Later, Kacey discovers Sarah keeping herself hidden inside her cell after another inmate has issued her a threatening warning. Determined to protect her new friend, Kacey reassures Sarah that she will not allow anyone to hurt her. During another prison visit, Bethany notices Kacey keeping watch nearby. Sarah explains that her new friendship has been incredibly important to her and that Kacey has helped her cope with the harsh reality of prison life. Meanwhile, back on the cobbles, Bethany is urged to put herself first for once as she gets ready to go on a date with Roman. Kit agrees to remain at the flat to keep an eye on Harry, giving Bethany the chance to enjoy some much-needed time away from the ongoing family chaos. Glenda Shuttleworth also offers to take Harry to Little Big Shotz, making things easier for Bethany and allowing her to go on her date without having to worry about childcare. However, Bethany's hopes of enjoying a peaceful evening soon disappear. When Kit informs Harry that he will not be available to look after him the following week, either because arrangements have been made for Harry to spend the week at Little Big Shotz, the youngster completely loses his temper. Already struggling to cope with everything happening around him, Harry becomes overwhelmed and angrily throws his dinner onto the floor. With Bethany away on her date with Roman, Kit is left behind to handle Harry's emotional outburst on his own. It is becoming increasingly obvious that Harry is finding it difficult to cope with his mother being in prison and all the major changes that have followed. Can Kit manage to settle Harry before his emotions get completely out of control? And now that Bethany is finally trying to rebuild her life after months of turmoil, could Harry's growing struggles threaten to overshadow her chance of finding happiness again? Exclusive. Coronation Street hints at Doug Ramsey's possible return as Shona and Jody drama intensifies. Coronation Street star Julia Goulding has exclusively discussed the possibility of her character Shona Platt's father Doug Ramsey returning to Weatherfield as the increasingly tense situation between Shona and her sister Jody continues to develop. Doug previously made a brief appearance earlier this year when Shona discovered Jody at the bedside of their estranged father inside a psychiatric hospital. Now, Julia has admitted that she would love to explore more of Doug's connection with both sisters. Julia spoke exclusively about the storyline while taking part in a special photo shoot celebrating Coronation Street's nominations at the Inside Soap Awards 2026. The exclusive photographs feature in this week's bumper edition of Inside Soap. Discussing the awards, Julia said that being nominated for Best Partnership alongside Jack P. Shepard, who plays David, was particularly exciting for her. She explained that the pair have never won the award before. and have now worked together for a decade, making a potential victory during their 10th anniversary especially meaningful. Julia also expressed her excitement about the Platt family receiving a nomination for Best Family. She joked that the Platts are obviously the best family and pointed out that they had previously won the category a few years ago, making it lovely to see them recognized once again. When asked about the chances of Coronation Street winning, Julia was confident that the long-running soap deserves the prize. She praised the show's impressive storylines and strong performances, adding that Coronation Street has been around from the very beginning and absolutely deserves to come out on top. However, Julia warned that fans should be extremely concerned about David and Shona as Jody's behavior becomes increasingly unpredictable. According to the actress, Jody is capable of causing all kinds of trouble, and there could even be something considerably darker waiting around the corner. She suggested that Jody is essentially copying Shona's life and feels as though she deserves something because Shona now enjoys a much more secure and comfortable existence. Julia also pointed out that Shona should not be expected to take responsibility for Jody's entire life, especially because Shona was not her mother. She said that she absolutely loves being part of the soap and has always enjoyed her time on the iconic program. Coronation Street sets the stage for Nina Lucas's exit after Asha gives her a reality check. Coronation Street has begun laying the groundwork for Nina Lucas's departure, following an awkward misunderstanding involving newcomer Sienna. Asha Alahan is left furious and delivers some brutally honest words to Nina, forcing her former partner to take a serious look at the direction her life has taken. Earlier this summer, Nina and Asha made a major decision when they agreed to share the flat above the corner shop. Although the pair have a complicated romantic past, they believe they could comfortably live together as friends without allowing their history to cause problems. In recent episodes, Asha has been seeing her colleague Sienna, and their relationship initially appeared to be progressing smoothly. However, Nina recently became suspicious after noticing that Sienna had been acting strangely, leading her to wonder whether the newcomer could be connected to the disappearance of her money. During tonight's episode, Nina explained why she believed Sienna had taken her cash, pointing out that she was the only other person staying in the flat at the time. Asha, however, struggled to accept that Sienna could have stolen anything from Nina. Their tense discussion was soon interrupted when a paramedic arrived at the flat, with Nina making little effort to conceal her obvious dislike of him. Nina quickly questioned Sienna about whether she had seen the missing money, while Asha attempted to calm the situation and prevent the argument from escalating. Nina insisted that she knew exactly where she had put the cash and claimed that her tips had disappeared while Sienna was away. Feeling offended by the accusation, Sienna firmly rejected Nina's claim and hit back by suggesting that Nina was simply behaving like a jealous ex. Sienna then angrily walked away, leaving Asha extremely frustrated with Nina. Later, Asha searched through the flat and eventually discovered the missing envelope tucked inside the drawer where Nina had originally placed it. The discovery appeared to prove Sienna's innocence, and Asha then confronted Nina about her behavior. The emotional confrontation comes shortly after Molly Gallagher, who portrays Nina, confirmed that she will be leaving the Cobbles to appear in the stage production of Silence of the Lambs. Coronation Street continues on weeknights at 8:30 p.m. on ITV1, with episodes also available to stream on ITVX.